Google Ads is one of the most tried and true channels for B2B marketers. But with costs increasing year over year and Google moving more and more towards automation, B2B marketers are finding their pipe to spend and overall ROI decreasing from this channel. I'm Silvio Perez, and in today's video, I want to talk about 4 common mistakes that I see B2B marketers make with Google Ads to help you increase your pipe to spend and overall ROI from this channel. Let's get into it. And by the way, if you like content around B2B advertising, be sure to subscribe to the channel and click on that bell icon to be notified of future videos. The first mistake is not tracking based on offline conversions that are tied to your CRM. Most B2B marketers are just tracking conversions based on the pixel. Now, it's important to note that there's 2 ways you can track conversions within your ad account. And this isn't just Google Ads specific, this applies to other channels as well, such as Facebook or Microsoft. A lot of these different ad channels support both types of tracking. So you have client-side tracking and you have server-side tracking. Client-side tracking is where you use the pixel that's available within your Google Ad account in order to measure conversions. And server-side tracking is where you track conversions based on activity that happens within your CRM using a click ID and uploading those offline conversions back into Google on a recurring basis. Now, the downside with client-side tracking and tracking based on the pixel is really inaccurate at measuring conversions. The pixel will overcount, the pixel will underreport, the pixel is biased to Google, the pixel does not factor in things such as viewability. Google can literally show your ad for a fraction of a second and then try to associate credit to that if you're tracking view-through conversions. It's just really inaccurate. And if you are making big spending decisions and you have a lot of budget on the line, the worst thing you can do is make decisions on poor quality data. And as Google moves more and more towards automation, you need to feed Google's algorithms high quality data so that way they can prioritize what conversion actions mean the most for your business. So tracking conversions that are not associated to your CRM activity is the first biggest mistake that I see B2B marketers make. Now, there are multiple ways where you can track offline conversions and import that activity into your Google Ad account. If you have HubSpot makes this really easy. They integrate with Google Ads and you can very easily import your CRM events into Google Ads in real time. The other one is using Google Ads' Salesforce integration. You can connect Google Ads to your Salesforce instance and be able to import your CRM events into Google Ads so that you can measure based on actually real leads or real MQLs or real SQOs that are associated to a click ID and a lead or contact record. And then finally, Zapier also allows you to upload offline conversions, and there's many different ways you can do it. So you have different tools available to allow you to make this possible. And if you want a whole video on just how to set up server-side tracking in Google Ads, let me know in the comments down below, as that can be its own full-blown tutorial. Mistake number 2 is not checking your search terms report frequently enough. The search terms report, in my opinion, is one of the most valuable reports in Google Ads. The search terms report is located in the keyword section, and this is going to show you what did people actually search when they clicked on your ad on Google. The search terms report is amazing at really doing a quality check. I think of Google Ads into 2 pieces. You have the traffic piece and then you have the conversion piece. If you notice you're not getting a lot of conversions from your Google Ad campaigns, the search terms report should be one of the first places you check to make sure that you're driving high quality traffic. By looking at the search terms report, you can do a quality check and essentially understand and see, are you getting the right people who are searching, clicking through on your ads? So for example, if you are a software company in, let's say you're promoting email marketing automation and you're trying to bid on the keyword email marketing software, and you look at your search terms report and you see people that are clicking on your ads are searching banana slippers, that's never gonna convert into a demo or a trial for your email marketing software, right? So you wanna make sure your search terms report is as close to perfect as possible. I cannot tell you how many Google Ads accounts I have audited for clients that have agencies, and they look at their search terms report and it is a nightmare. They think they're getting high quality traffic to their website, they're paying expensive clicks, and they look at their search terms report and they realize based on their match types or their negative keywords, it could be a multiple of things, that they're not getting good quality traffic. So check your search terms report frequently to really make sure you're driving the right visitors to your website, so that way you check off the traffic piece, and now it's up to your landing page to really convert that user. Just think about it as like peanut butter and jelly. Peanut butter is the traffic, and the conversion piece is your landing page, which is the jelly. That's like a simple way to think about it. You can also schedule the search terms report automatically to go out to your email every single week. It's a good best practice, especially if it's a new Google Ads account and you're using much broader match types such as phrase or broad match. It's a good best practice to check your search terms report frequently, as you do discover searches that are not high quality searches. You can add those in as negative keywords. You can also find additional search terms that are converting really well for you that you can add in as positive keywords to expand your campaigns further. So that search terms report is going to give you so much utility, and that's unfortunately one of the biggest mistakes I see B2B marketers make, is they're not checking it frequently enough. The third most common mistake that I see B2B marketers make with their Google Ad campaigns is not optimizing their landing pages. As I just talked about, it's peanut butter and it's jelly. If you're driving good traffic, you got the peanut butter, but you still need the jelly. And I'm sure I'm gonna start some comments down below on if you like peanut butter and jelly, but you get the point. Your landing page is 50% of your success. And if you're not optimizing it on an ongoing basis, then you're really missing out on half the battle. So you really want to make sure you're paying attention to your landing pages. Outside of just making your landing pages more effective in terms of conversion rates, your landing pages are equally important when it comes to your quality score. One of the elements that calculates your quality score is called your landing page experience. And if you have a poor landing page experience, your landing page takes forever to load, you don't have a secure domain, you're not following best practices with your landing page, that is all going to hurt your quality score in addition to the user's experience, and you're not going to get as many conversions. So really think through your landing pages, follow landing page best practices. If you want a whole other video on how to create high converting landing pages and how to audit your landing pages, drop a comment down below and let me know. But you really want to be mindful of your landing pages, as you could be driving the best quality traffic in the world. Your search terms report is on point, but if you're not getting conversions, it's because your landing page is not communicating effectively the value you bring and converting those users. So really pay attention to your landing pages. A tool that is free that you can get started with tomorrow to start implementing A/B tests on your landing pages is called Google Optimize. And it's one of my go-to resources. And get in a best practice of just running one Google Optimize experiment on your landing page, ideally per month. If you don't have enough traffic, then once per quarter. And get in that habit of converting and testing and optimizing your landing pages. Just a 3 to 5% increase in your landing page conversion rates can have massive downstream effects in terms of improving that pipe to spend and your overall ROI from your Google search ad campaigns. The fourth and final mistake that B2B marketers are making is they're not leveraging audiences with their Google search campaigns.
Google allows you to layer audiences on top of your search campaign. You can do that directly as a targeted audience or indirectly as an observation audience. Now, if you're targeting audiences directly, what that means is you're only going to have Google show your ads when they search your keyword and they happen to be within that specific audience that you're layering on top exclusively. Observation, on the other hand, is a little bit more indirect, and it is a best practice that a lot of B2B marketers are not taking advantage of just layering in audiences on top of your search campaigns, whether they are detailed demographics, affinity, in market, any data that you've uploaded, and any combined segments. Layering in those audiences, it doesn't cost you anything, and you can see, are certain audiences driving good performance for your search campaigns? And if they are, you can bid adjust accordingly. And also it'll open up some more advanced strategies as well, where you can do things like using pure broad match and targeting a specific audience, which what I like to call broad discovery, and be able to scale your campaigns further. But this all comes from leveraging audience capabilities on top of your search campaigns. This is also going to be more and more important as Google starts to get a little bit more and more broad and leans on, automation to take the reins. So by layering in audiences, it can give you a little bit more control and also put Google in check on, the certain segments that you want to prioritize based on your actual conversion data. So with that being said, some other common mistakes in terms of audiences and not taking advantage of this is you can use audiences and again, target them exclusively and do RLSA campaigns. So remarketing list for search ad campaigns. And you can target people, for example, that have been to your website. So Google is getting more and more expensive, and paying $50, $60, $70 for a first touch is becoming less and less profitable. So a very easy way for you to get in front of the, those high value keywords, but not necessarily pay premium costs for those first touches, is to layer to create campaigns that are targeting people that have been to your website, for an example. So you're only going to pay that $60 or $70 premium cost per click if they've actually been to your website, right? So ideally they have some know, like, and trust factor with you, and you can do RLSA campaigns. That's just one example of leveraging audiences on top of your search campaigns. Another one I alluded to was broad discovery. You can use pure broad match and audience segments that have been converting for you, whether that's from your Google Ads data, if you've already been layering in audiences observationally, or using your Google Analytics and pulling from the audience section and seeing in-market or affinity audiences that have converted into goal completions, or checking out the audience insights in the audience manager within Google Ads if you have certain audiences created. You can use all of this information to power your search campaigns and create different strategies that are not just tied to keywords, but also audiences, which really is the direction and the future of Google Ads, again, as things become more and more automated. Now, with that being said, equally important as who you're targeting is who you are excluding. So many Google advertisers, unfortunately, do not take advantage of exclusion audiences. At the bare minimum, the exclusion audiences you should be considering is, for example, excluding any people that have completed the action you wanted them to take. So if you're trying to drive demo requests and they're getting sent to a thank you page after, make sure you create an audience of people that landed on your thank you page and exclude that from your campaigns. Right? Let's not waste money on those individuals. Same goes with any closed won contacts. If you can upload a customer list that's large enough into Google Ads, you can exclude that from your campaigns, and you can exclude any contacts that have actually close into revenue. So it could be the primary contacts or the associated contacts of the opportunities that have actually converted into close won revenue, and you can exclude that from your campaigns. So really making sure that you're leveraging audiences, whether that's to target them exclusively or to exclude them, or at the very minimum to observe them and let those insights allow you to brainstorm potential use cases, or at the very minimum using bid adjustments, so that way you can tell Google how you want them to prioritize bidding in the auction.
Hope this video was valuable. Be sure to check out these two videos here. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for future uploads. Until the next video, take care.